I cannot I cannot not sleep. I can't sleep. I can't sleep even though I am really tired, bros. And got the see, I'm really tired, but I can't go to sleep because I can't stop thinking about a simple little thing that is coming very soon. Called the Astrea Record, my dudes. It is pretty crazy how many thoughts are intertwining in my mind, and it's because of one photo that I mistakenly saw, and that tweet from the past episode. But what matters are right into this episode is we're going to literally talk about everything, every single theory I have for Estrella, for Astrea Record. I'm very tired and it's 1:25 in the morning. This is such a weird episode. Like, this is probably the weirdest episode of Memoria Freese I will ever do. Like, literally. Because I'm in the dock, I'm tired. It's 1:25 in the morning, which, you know, it's not like I haven't recorded a video at 1:25 in the morning before, but it's like, it's very not, it's very not something that I'm used to. I'm not used to having recorded Memoria Freese, then stop for like a few hours, and then come back to it the next second. So this is kind of weird for me. But I'm not here to really do much, except just share my theories. So, where do I start off? So obviously, the past episodes or two, we've known about a good old thing called Astrea Record, which is apparently a new event, the biggest event. That Fujino, by Fujino Mori, or Mori Fujino, aka creator of, you know, Memoria Freese all in all. And and yeah, I mean, I didn't see the whole tweet. I mean, I saw the whole tweet, but I didn't look through the whole video or whatever that it was showing. But I did see, obviously, that it said Arario's darkest time period. Like, 7 years ago was the darkest period of Arario. And then we also found another hint last episode that led up to sort of, that supposedly is going to lead up to Astrea Record, hearing that Mayak was a heroic figure of sorts during the darkest time of Arario. And so this is all that we know as of last episode. But something changed. So I was just roaming around YouTube, and I was just, I guess I was just looking for songs to add to my monthly playlist, you know. And I got on, I was on my recommended, and I found this song that was posted by Memoria Freese called Justitia, or Justicia, yeah. And I looked at the thumbnail. I listened to a bit of the song. I look at the thumbnail. Mediocre, actually, I think. Freaking commented there saying, I'm gonna put this on loop. It's a pretty good song. I didn't listen to the whole thing again. I only listened to maybe 20 seconds. And yeah, it was posted by Memoria Freese. And it's very... So let me explain this. Let me explain this, what do I even do in this episode? I don't even know what I do in an episode like this. Yeah, I don't even know what I'm gonna do. I really have no idea. You know, I'm just gonna do a Valis quest. Because I guess we need Valis. Why not? Alright. So let me roll you through what the thumbnail looks like. So I'm gonna take a sharp guess and say I'm gonna take a sharp guess and say that the thumbnail that I'm looking at is gonna be the new game background for Astrea Record. That and it that and yeah, okay. So let me just explain you what this looks like. So it's basically, from what I can tell, it's obviously an Aurario, and you have two people standing in front of, I think, is a destroyed Babel, basically just in front of ruins, which is actually really interesting when I say ruins, because there are ruins in Aurario. Obviously, case in point, frickin', you know, the what do you call it? Frickin' the ruins that Bel and Hestia used to live in, where Hestia Familia was sort of born. You know, like those are ruins. So, so maybe like Aurario used to be a. Okay, we're not getting into theories yet. Okay, so it's basically like a ruined Aurario, maybe a ruined Babel in the background, and then you have two. I want to say. I don't know the gender. I'm just gonna say two girls, maybe one girl, one boy. One of them is blonde, and the other one is blue hair colored. One of them is wearing the blonde is wearing a green cape, while the other is just like wearing a I don't know, a breastplate or something. And they're just standing right next to each other, and like the green cape is like sort of has been picked up by the wind type thing, like just flying behind her back. And that's really interesting, because I haven't seen these characters ever before. I mean, I could chalk it up to say that, you know, the one that has the green cape and the blonde hair could be Ryu, but I don't actually know. Does Ryu have... No. Ryu... It could be... It actually could be, it actually could be light lime hair. Because Ryu has similar... Has a similar, thingamadoo-hoppler. I don't know. I don't know if you have a cape. I'm pretty sure that Ryu does not have a cape. No, yeah, she does. Hold on. I need to... Yeah, you do. You have a cape. But your hair... It looks like it's an elf. It looks like it's actually Rue. Dude, that's actually Rue. I think that's Rue. I think I'm looking at Ryu. Okay, so let's just say Ryu, and then just somebody else, a blue-haired fella. And they're standing in, like I said, in front of ruins of Aurario. This is what I can assume. So, now that we know this, we can hero send you. Okay, let's hero send you. Cool. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. So now that I've said everything, now that we've gone over the facts, like all the stuff that we know, the event is called Astrea Record. It's supposedly set seven years in time, back in time, darkest period of Aurario and whatnot, and Mayak was apparently a heroic figure of sorts during the darkest period of Aurario, and we have a new song called Justicia, which shows ruins of Aurario, and two ladies, maybe one lady, one boy, just two people, and both of them look like adventurers, and one of them looks like Ryu. My theories. And also knowing that there's actually still ruins in Aurario right now in the current show, My theory is that Arario may have been. That's my first theory. It may have been. Arario may have not been the Labyrinth City everybody thinks it was, or it's always been, and maybe it was actually a hellspawn of what would you call this? Like I'm trying to think what you would call this. What you would call I don't know, like trying to think. Like I want to say anarchy, like a boom town. I don't know how to say it. Like an all for one, like a free for all type thing. I don't know what you call it. I'm drawing a blank there, but it's like that, like a freaking rogue. It's like dungeon rogue town, but it's. Okay, so that's right. That's my first theory, that it's just in ruins, and that Arario used to be like a freaking a hellhole, basically. A hellhole, and then it was because of just a hellhole, and this is the life of people in it. My second theory is that it's Arario, that Arario was invaded or attacked by either a creature of the dungeon or by Ivalice. That's interesting, if that would be a thing. By Ivalice, or just either invaded or attacked, or just something of that sort. And like this is like maybe like the life of all the people that, I don't know, lived in that attack. I don't know. My other theory, I think my last theory is that maybe all the maybe I don't know if this would tie into this event, but could this event possibly just maybe predate Loki Familia? And if so, is there a possibility that before the Loki Familia, Finn, Reverie, and Gareth were all together, and they're also in this, but Aes and Lafia, just all the entirety of Loki Familia. Familias, I guess, in general, are not here. And this is sort of Gareth, Finn, and Reveria fighting that one giant creature. They mentioned, fighting this humongous creature. I don't know when, why, or how, or where. But maybe it has something to do with that. Maybe it's like the reason why we celebrate Granddad. I don't know. I really don't have an idea for this. And what's really interesting about this is that I feel like this is an event. Like what I haven't mentioned is that this event kind of scares me. Because this is an event that yes, it takes place 7 years prior to current Arario, darkest time period type thing. But not only that, that kind of means that that like at least I think we're not really gonna see anyone we usually know. Like we're probably not gonna see Aes. Probably not gonna see, Loki Familia, maybe Lafia. Like we're probably not gonna see anyone we know from the regular show, or from the usual docket, I guess. I mean, we might see some of the deities, but honestly, I think that Astrea Record is gonna focus on like a completely different set of people. Like obviously Aragonot had Belle and Lafia, when it gets down to like the VAs and whatnot. And Gareth and frickin' Tion and all of them, and frickin' Tiona, all what you get it. But here, like, I mean, if the blonde is actually like a lime-haired green girl, and if that's actually Ryu, then thank God at least I can recognize one mortal. But if that's not the case, then we're completely blind. We're gonna be. I don't know what the hell's gonna happen here. I don't know what's going to happen. And I mean, the same was for Aragonot. The same is for like a majority of the events that we play in this series. But I'm terrified because seeing Arario in ruins like that, and kind of like I was listening to the song, and it's very epic type thing. But it's like it excites me and it worries me. I'm pretty sure I felt the same for Aragonot, but like it excites me and it worries me because I don't know. Because I'm gonna be completely honest with you, like I just said, I don't think we're gonna see a single person that we know from the regular docket in this event. This event is like probably gonna be completely off. Like it's gonna take place in Arario, but it's just gonna focus on a completely different set of people, and it's gonna be like absolutely insane. Just from the bottom up, we're gonna learn new people in a new Arario, which is like gonna blow my mind. Because we're gonna, I mean, it's the largest. It's an even bigger event than Aragonot. I mean, bejesus, like how big are we talking about? Like, is this gonna, like, how do you go bigger than Aragonot? Like, freaking Aragonot was 2 parts. You're telling me that this is gonna be 2 parts, maybe even 3 parts? What is this gonna be, like, a freaking war? Like an era? Like, who, okay, my question, I think the question that I should be asking here, that we all should be asking is, what the hell happened in the darkest time period of Arario 7 years back? Who was alive? And who was a part of Arario 7 years back? Obviously not Belle. Obviously not Hestia. Probably not Wealth. I want to say, I'm trying to think. I don't know. I really got no clue, folks. I don't know what to think. And the other question is, what is Astrea Record? Is Estrella a goddess? Is that a familia? And what's the record like? I mean, we've heard a record before in an event. Record holder. Belle is the record holder, but what is Estrella Record? Because, like, the only other time I've ever heard a record used in like sort of a main title or whatever is Magica Record, which is, you know, Madoka Magica's season 2 type thing, which I never watched, but Astrea Record. What could this mean? Like, the fact that I've, you know, sort of got information about this and, like, have found little tidbits here and there, but, you know, without barely looking, like, it excites me and it worries me. Like, I honestly feel like they're pumping this up. Like, I don't know if last year was an absolute banger, but what is this now? What is this to explain? What are we gonna learn from this? Like, I really don't know. Is there a possibility that we might see, I don't know, this might be far-fetched, but maybe we'll see, like, Belle's granddad here? I mean, it's not impossible, but actually, yeah, it would kind of be impossible, because Belle's granddad, I think, basically raised Belle. And so 7 years into the past, Belle would be 7. Small boy. So, I guess he would still be taken care of by his granddad. So, I don't know what to think. I think I'm gonna learn so much. I think we're gonna learn so much from this event. Like, just like Argonaut. Like, because Argonaut was way back in the past, but this is just 7 years in the past. Like, what could possibly happen? Like, I'm honestly terrified, but excited. Because if I'm right, if we're not going to see a single person that we currently know in this show, except for maybe some deities and whatnot, then I am truthfully terrified and excited for a whole wide spectrum of new characters. And, like, that's gonna be so interesting and so fun. And just, like, bigger than Argonaut. Are you kidding me? Like, how does that... How do you do that? How do you make something bigger than Argonaut? Are you kidding me? Oh, what the heck, dude? Now, the reason I'm doing this episode, like I said, freaking talking about this whole thing, but I also realized that I actually did a video like this, talking about Argonaut. Like, when Argonaut first came out, or, like, when we first got news of Argonaut in the news here, I talked about it. I was like, what? I, like, went insane. I remember that, and that was, like, the episode before I started Argonaut. And, folks, you know, I didn't mean to repeat history, but, I mean, this is gonna be uploaded on the 18th, and, you know, I am recording it very early on the 18th, which, you know, I kind of prefer because I didn't want to record an episode later today. So, yeah, this is actually kind of useful for me to be recording this. But my point is that I unintentionally, repeated history, in the sense of, I had a whole episode in which I talked about Argonaut and how excited I would be for it, and then the next episode it comes out. Astrea Record is insane. My question for you folks, because I swear, like, Argonaut, I swear, maybe Astrea Record, freaking everything is in the manga, somewhere or another. Like, I don't know what to think. Do people already know what's gonna happen in Astrea Record? Because I really hope no one knows what's gonna happen in Astrea Record, because I hope Astrea Record is just like Argonaut, unless Argonaut is in the manga. Unless there was a manga for Argonaut, then maybe there's a manga for Astrea Record, but I really hope that nobody knows what's gonna happen in Astrea Record. You know, until it actually comes out, or after it comes out. Man, I don't know. like, there's so much that I don't know about this series, and we're 778 episodes, and are you fucking kidding me? Alright. Folks, I'm gonna say this. Next episode, Astrea Record, we're gonna start it off. It's gonna be an hour. Because I wanna enjoy it. Because if it's gonna be longer than Argonaut, I mean, I'm pretty sure I did like an hour episode to start off Argonaut, so it would only be fair if I did an hour episode to start off Astrea Record. So, yeah, I don't know what's gonna go on. My last theory, here's my last shot at a theory. It's gonna be a full-blown war. It's gonna be a full-out war in Arario. And things are gonna go sideways. Probably between deities. Maybe it's gonna be a war game. And Freya maybe has something to do with it. As for any other characters, I don't know. I really don't know. I would love for it to be a thing where the characters from this event are like somehow still in Arario to this day, or something like that. But I don't know. I really don't know. Oh, man, I'm gonna be desperately starving for this event. We only have like less than 24 hours to go, folks. I want Astrea Record. I'm bleeding for Astrea Record right now. But you know what? I can probably withstand that. And in the meantime, I'm gonna continue watching a certain scientific Rogan because I started to watch that earlier yesterday, and I was continuing it just a few minutes ago, or like 30 minutes ago. Oh, and I should also mention this because I didn't mention this in episode 777. I didn't mention this, but Minecraft 1.16, freaking another update, has a release date, June 23rd. So that's very, very exciting. Because I really, really want to do a playthrough on that. That's gonna be really fun. It's gonna be super duper fun to do. But yeah, I think for this episode, I've done quite a bit of ranting. I've shared my theories. For those who are scared and very intrigued like me, for Astrea Record, I wish you the best, and I wish myself the best, in whatever ends up being Astrea Record, and what the people we meet and whatnot in the next episode. You know, we just finished Prime 5, we just finished Reminiscence, and we already got more stuff. We already got a new Aragono type thing. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's about heroes. I don't know what kind of tale I don't know what tale is gonna be read to us today or tomorrow. But you know what, folks? We're just gonna have to find out in the next episode of Dungeon de Amotomere no Mashigatiru Droka Memoria La Fresu. And until tomorrow, this has been I Want to Sleep, and I will see y'all in Astrea Record.